Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another segment of Warm Yogurt on Your Back. I am Xavier.
And I am Mr. J.
I'm rather depressing Mr. J lately because he doesn't think about all this horrible stuff that I force him to talk about almost on a weekly basis. But I'm going to continue the trend. And today we're going to talk about first world problems and how horrific the actual first world is when people ignore the rest of the world when there are actual horrific problems happening. Would you like to throw one out there?
No, because honestly, I don't really know what the fuck you're talking about.
Well, like yesterday, due to the school walkout and everything like that, my daughters come home and proceed to tell me that the school had a auditorium filled with kids telling them not to bully other children, otherwise those bullied children will come in and kill you or commit suicide. The end.
That's a bit fucking extreme.
I heard about this while eating spaghetti with my dinner with my children.
That's a bit fucking extreme.
I immediately looked at my 11-year-old and I'm like, what else did they say? That was it. I'm like, nothing about how government could have stepped in at any given time and dealt with this. That the boy had many examples. He was sticking guns in people's faces before this even occurred. There were a multitude of, hey, there's a fucking problem here. And the school just flat out told you that if you bully kids, they could come in and kill you or commit suicide. And you don't want to live with that for the rest of your life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we like I said, we covered this in actually like the prior 4 episodes where it's just this fucking bubble that these kids are living in. You know,
Yeah.
it's like put them in fucking North Korea for 3 fucking days. You know, put them in Iraq. You know, it's like bullying is not the end of the fucking world. I just, I, yeah, I got nothing.
All these people are whining and bitching and complaining, mostly children. And they're trying to make policy, like actual political policy on how we live our lives based off of children. That's unacceptable to me. Because you went through a tragic event, and it was tragic. That does not mean that I have to listen to you. That does not mean that you know policy. It does not mean that you even understand what the Second Amendment is actually there for. Emotions have nothing to do with reality. I'm seeing all these posts and shit from yesterday about Australian who posted, who actually had a gun ban and the government forced them to sell their guns back to the government. Guy was saying that these kids just want to be free and their politicians are like, but we like money, claiming that the NRA pays them all these donations and therefore that's why. No. You ever seriously hear of the Second Amendment? What our actual rights are? The whole purpose of it is not for hunting. It is not for self-defense. It is so that way we can deal with a political fucking tyrant. And these kids just have no fucking idea.
No, they're just spitting secondhand shit that they read off of fucking social media.
Right. Puppets.
Sheep. Like I said before, sheep.
Mm-hmm. Or my favorite is the feminists that post stuff lately, how sexist, like I can't even comprehend half of the shit that they say. It's just too fucking hilarious. How sexist we are. And I'm going to post a picture up here of a feminist actual viewpoint of the real world and what the real world actually is. But it's funny as fuck. But how we're such horrible fucking people and we're a patriarchy and everything like that. And it's just like, motherfucker, did you know in the Congo, rape is actually used as a weapon of war? You people have no fucking idea what hardship is. And that's the actual problem. The actual first world problem is you live in probably one of the greatest societies known to man in the history of mankind. And you're looking for struggles so that way you can feel better about yourself. But in truth, if you step outside these borders, or hell, you don't have to go outside the borders. Look around. There's actual hardship from silver spoon little bitches. I find that arrogant of you.
Okay.
You're not really helping.
No, I'm not. Like I explained to you before we actually started recording, I'm literally becoming fucking numb to this pussification of the fucking sheep. I really am. It's so much of it out there that it's hard to even fucking tolerate it anymore. I mean, there's some things where, yeah, I can put the full-blown emotion into and speak on. Honestly, it's like it's sad. It really is fucking sad that we've actually come to this.
I'll give you another example, one that might actually make you mad. So, a bunch of lawmakers, starting in Hawaii, are trying to create a law where games can no longer sell loot crates to you in game for real money because protecting the children. What do you say about that?
I say that when you sign up for Loot Crate or the Bandbox or any of those video game type things, or any of those things, there's a thing that specifies whether you're 18 or not.
Oh no! It's maybe I need to specify. In video games like Star Wars Battlefront, you can spend real world money on these crates in game that give you random items with the possibility, a chance of giving you something really awesome. But it's considered online gambling, and since none of us are adults ever in the history of mankind, we need the government to step in.
Stop. How in the fuck is that considered online gambling?
That's what they're billing it as. And that's how they're going to get away with it.
It's online purchasing. It's DLC. It's fucking downloadable material made specifically for said game.
But it's random, so therefore it's...
But the randomness is fucking... regardless of the fucking randomness. Then they need to stop selling My Little Pony blind packs in Targets and Walmarts because it's a random chance that you may get this or a random chance you may get that. What if the little girl wanted a girl pony? Now she has a boy pony. Now she's pissed off for the rest of her life and she's going to go to school and she's going to bully somebody. And then that kid's going to go home and steal his dad's gun and come in and shoot up the fucking school because that little girl didn't get the pony that she fucking wanted. Makes fucking sense to me. That's fucking gambling. You're gambling with our children's lives because you can't put a clear fucking package out there. Right? That makes fucking sense. You stupid fucking politicians. Fuck you. I hope you all die.
I've been sitting on that story for a while now. I was actually looking for a good place to put it in. But since this is first world problems, we're going to... I threw it out there.
At any point, stop me if I'm wrong. At any point.
Oh, I'm not stopping you when you're wrong. I think you're absolutely right. We are no longer adults. None of us are.
No.
The government absolutely believes that it must stop us from doing things. That since gambling is considered a mental disease, they must now regulate it into fucking oblivion.
That's fucking verbal masturbation right there.
Not disagreeing. But as a result, and here's the thing that'll actually piss you off. It's the gamers. I'm not already. It's the gamers that are pushing this legislation.
The gamers.
Yep.
Okay.
Like, I go to review sites on YouTube, and all these fucking people, these gamers, are sitting there saying, yeah, absolutely, they need to do that. I'm just like, do you not have control over your wallet? Can you actually not stop yourself from pressing the A button on the Xbox controllers, saying that you accept sending these charges out so that way you can get a non-existent item that the moment the game gets shut down, you'll never see again? Do you not have that control over yourself? Your mother needs to regulate you, not the state. It's fucking pathetic.
It's beyond fucking pathetic. It's fucking sickening.
Yeah.
Seriously, just to think about this, my hands are fucking shaking. It's turning my fucking stomach. That we are this fucking pathetic as a whole.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't fucking get it.
These people believe that everything we do needs to be regulated for our safety. I have been playing video games since I was a little fucking kid. I've been playing online games. I play games that absolutely have the gambling packages where you get random items and hopefully you get something really, really cool. I spent like $200 during tax season one year because I wanted something really, really fucking cool. And I got it. You know
what I need you to do for this portion is put on screen the Webster's Dictionary definition of gambling.
I'll put it up. But it's fucking pathetic that these people are actively cheering a government politician to take away your ability to do things. It's astonishing. And it's like the same with the fucking school walkouts. What they're not understanding is you're walking outside and cheering for politicians to take your rights away. And you think that's a good thing. You are a special kind of fucking stupid.
I would say that more teenagers need to watch this show, but they would all need to be put in a protective bubble for the next 10 years after watching an episode.
It was funny.
Most of them couldn't even get past the fucking disclaimer without fucking crying.
It's funny because the people who created this walkout, they started creating armbands for it. And when you actually look at the pictures, I posted one up on Facebook. It's identical to the brown shirts they have for the Hitler Youth. I kid you not. That's how fucking scary this shit's getting. And you know the first thing that they actually did? They disarmed the public. It was a wild cheering moment for the German people.
I actually found a graffiti piece about gun rights with Germany removing the gun rights thing during Adolf Hitler's reign.
Yeah.
I actually found a graffiti piece on that. See if I can find it again for you. But yeah, it's comical. Like I said, I'm really starting. And the fucked up part about all of this is these first world problems, these real world fucking problems. Real world. I say real fucking world because it doesn't just affect us. It affects everybody.
Yeah.
Being one of the front-running countries of the entire fucking world, people tend to follow our leads.
Mm-hmm.
But, there's a lot of countries out there that are like, these Americans are fucking stupid. We're going to do our own thing. And you know what? Their countries are probably fucking better than ours.
Japan thinks we're fucking nuts.
Yeah, well, I don't disagree with the Japanese. But, I don't even remember where the fuck I was going with this.
I'll tell you a funny one real quick. There was a Japanese blogger who watched the new Godzilla 2014 movie, and he wrote down, Americans are so upset with fat acceptance that they actually gave Godzilla a bunch of fat. I'm like, savage motherfucker. Yeah, he said, the way Godzilla is in the movie, he's absolutely right. We packed on the pounds on Godzilla. And fat shaming is very much a thing in Japan. It's almost unheard of to be overweight.
Yet they have an entire sport that's dedicated to being a fat bastard and throwing another fat bastard out of the fucking
right
ring.
Sumo wrestling, yeah, but it's an honored thing though, so I don't get it.
So it's an honor to be fat, but it's a shame to be fat.
Right, for women. No culture's perfect, my friend. It's kind of like the porn argument we were talking about, how they absolutely don't look at sex as taboo, but yet they blur out the sex parts.
Yeah.
Like, well, it just doesn't make sense, but you're absolutely right. It's But I am... Gosh,
But what I remember now. Okay. What I was saying. It's such a fucking shame that, because of the extremes, that people are either A, becoming overly fucking sensitive about everything, or B, becoming fucking numb to the shit.
I've become numb. That's why I'm so calm almost all the time.
That's my thing, is I'm literally starting to become numb to this, like to a point where I don't even want to fucking hear about it. I'm so tired of hearing about it. It's unfucking real.
Damn.
Like I said, this shit actually nauseates me because people are that fucking stupid and dependent.
Dependent is the key word.
That they need somebody to tell them what to do with their lives. Instead of being a fucking free thinker and an individual and, making your life what you want it to be.
Well, yeah, it's like...
You'll have to conform to this fucking cookie cutter mold that the government lays out for us.
Well, yeah, it's like you get out of school when you hit 18. You get out of your parents' house when you hit 18, or at least that's what you're supposed to do. And you somehow can't live without your parents, so you find new parents.
But, it's kind of like an employment hierarchy, really. Because what we've got in charge right now are literally a bunch of managers. They're managing the people, they're managing the policies, they're managing this, instead of being actual leaders and leading the people and putting them in the right direction and getting down in the fucking dirt and knowing what it's like. Most of them can't step off of their fucking golden throne long enough to know what the common people are doing.
Oh, yeah. Democrats absolutely ignore anything in the middle of the United States.
Do you know what? I don't give a fuck what political party you're affiliated with. They're all the fucking same.
Oh, I agree.
I
can point to you, both sides do this and that. They're fucking atrocious people.
Yeah. Once they get on their fucking golden throne, they forget
why they were put there.
Exactly. I mean, this might be a piss poor example, but fucking Barack Obama, grew up in Chicago, one of the most dangerous fucking cities in the United States, and You know, would you catch his ass just hanging out at a fucking pub in Chicago now? No. You know, it's like he got up there and forgot where he came from.
He didn't forget. He didn't care. I
Potato, 6 of one, half dozen of the fucking other.
I say this because, Trump's just as fucking bad. I don't fucking give a shit what anybody says. The moment Trump gets on stage or gets in a fucking chair surrounded by politicians and he's like, well, how about we just take guns away and then worry about due process? That's fucking scary. Due process is in place for a reason. We all have rights. You cannot violate them because you think there might be a problem. You need to actually have actual proof. But I digress. Obama, to me, has always been the president that was elected because of the color of his skin, not the content of his character.
You know, you mentioned that about Trump. It brings up an interesting point. And again with the Obama administration, Obama got into office, and all of a sudden, all of these rules and regulations and crackdowns and discrimination, and I say fucking discrimination because it is, against smoking and smokers, got attacked big time at the beginning of the Obama administration.
Really?
And Obama himself was a smoker.
Yeah.
Trump is an advocate of guns.
Yep.
There was a gun manufacturer that custom made a 1911 for him. And yet he wants to take it away for everybody but him.
And raise the legal age of owning a firearm to 21 for all guns.
Well, that's, like I said, that's fine and well. I don't care. I've already owned my guns. I'm well above 21. And
I have a problem with that.
It is what
if a
fucking
person's
is.
old enough to vote, if they're considered an adult when they're 18, they should be considered an adult enough to fucking own a gun.
I agree with that because, you got to be 18 to join the military. And you join the military, the first thing they do is hand you a fucking rifle.
Yeah. Not to mention, what does being 21 and owning a gun have to do with the fucking Las Vegas shooter? How old was he? 50? 60?
Yeah.
How the fuck does that help at all? Nothing. It's just to make yourselves fucking feel better and control people.
Masses don't seem to understand that, though.
They understand it.
Just too scared to fucking say anything about it.
Well, I don't think it's really scared. It's this one party. Now, this one I can actually say. This one party wants absolutely to take away the Second Amendment rights of the American people. They want guns gone. They love the European Union. They love Australia and Canada. They want no guns in the hands of the public. They want it just in cops' hands while screaming that cops are racist and they kill black people for no reason whatsoever.
All right, so let's just burn the fucking Constitution and start over.
In order to do that,
I mean, you're gonna strip away one fucking amendment. You might as well just fucking get rid of them all and let's fucking rewrite them.
Well, that's another thing that they want to do. Let's
just change the whole fucking country.
They want to fucking enact hate speech laws. Like, if I insult you because you have dark skin, I need to go to jail. And I've seen that stuff take place and what happens where people are actually being sent to jail for Facebook posts.
Okay, and then you go to jail, and the first thing that you see when you walk into a prison is individual racial sex.
Yep.
That you have to be with your own to survive, and it doesn't encourage anything but further built-in racism as a basis of fucking survival.
Right.
That's fucking intelligent. Let's do that.
Okay? Yeah.
That's like tying a fucking gumdrop to a moving lawnmower blade and telling a kid, you can have it if you can grab it.
Yeah. But it's like these people, I think a lot of these people, just trying to stay on topic here, a lot of these people, why I call it first world problems, is they're bitching and moaning about the stupidest fucking piddly shit. I saw one post the other day. It was from some Democratic socialist. He's like, why is it that we're not allowed to sell dogs, puppies, till they're 8 weeks old, but a woman who gives birth has to go back to work after 6 weeks. And I'm like, because that's the rules set up by the business that she works for. It is not our fucking job to pay for her while she's off work.
That's comparing apples to fucking bananas.
But even then, they advocate for the government to step in to force the business to pay out money as long as humanly possible. These are the same people that want the husband, the father, to be off all those weeks as well. They're even pushing for it to be the moment you're pregnant, you should be off work, paid for that time while you're off work, and the husband, and they're okay with that.
I'm not okay with that.
Neither am I. I think it's fucking insanity. They actually want to take power away from individuals and the government to fucking step in to do everything. They have no concept of economics whatsoever. They've never owned a business, ran a business. And, there are actual problems in this fucking world. That is not one of them.
Before you go any further, what's our timestamp right now?
26 minutes. You want to pause?
All right. We're going to, I think, for the sake of the good people and the sake of my empty coffee cup, we are going to take a break so I can get a refill because
we're going to get into this shit.
I don't think we're done yet. And honestly, I think this is one of those that's advantageous for everybody to fucking share and talk about because this shit is beyond fucking ridiculous.
Okay, so this will be part 1. I am Xavier.
And we'll be back.
We'll be back.